The World Cup final starts in about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm a little tardy to the party when it comes to predictions, match, predictions for the game. Usually, when someone does something like this, they don't record and post an hour before the game. I just began my channel, and I was on the fence about whether I should even make it. It's more of a passion thing, but knowing me, I'm not very consistent and stuff like this. But I said I'd give it a shot. Maybe you'll grow a little small audience, see what happens. Moving on to the actual main topic of the video. Um, I am a Barca fan. I have been a Barca fan all my life, and this is the best outcome of a final possible because I am leaving with a win. Whether it's Argentina with Messi or Spain with 8 Barcelona players. There's a lot of cooking that came with this game. Whoever was writing the script, he knew what he's doing. Honestly, if this was a movie, people would have said it's too unrealistic. It's too fantasy, like it's too dream, dreamish, dreamy, like too Disney or whatever. Like this is really like someone's outside there. Anyways, this is really like Master Shifu, I think his name was, and Tai Lung. It's kind of like the same thing. I've already seen a comparison. I've already thought about it before. But yeah, um, amazing game ahead of us, and soon. I haven't seen if the lineups are out. Usually they're out by now. But yeah, uh, I think I didn't explain why the script is just so nice for this game. Not especially for us Barca fans because what we have with Spain, the present and the future of Barca, and with Argentina, Messi, the present and no the what is the history of Barca, the past of Barca, the present of Barca, and the future. Not the present of Barca, the present, the future of Barca. We still have Messi in Barca spiritually in our hearts. So yes, he is still the present, the future, the forever of Barca. Just Barca in general. It is Messi. I don't think I would have been. I think I still would have been a Barca fan even without Messi, but I don't think I would have been as big of a fan or just so in love with Barca if it weren't for Messi. Um, what a pleasure it was to watch. Even though I didn't watch his young days, I was too young for that. I'm only 17. He was he won about his first Ballon d'Or the year I was born, like a few months after I was like at the end of that year. Um, and even when he was in his prime, and I got old enough to like watch and actually remember it. Not like a 3-year-old who wouldn't remember it. I just wasn't too big into watching football week in week out. Um, but I did watch it occasionally. I did start watching football week in week out, 18, 19. And I just gotta say, gracias Messi, gracias. You were a joy to watch. Neymar was also there. Neymar was not there when I started watching week in week out, but when I would watch occasionally, a big game, a Clásico, Champions League, La Liga. Um, Neymar, man, what a player he was. I was so sad when he left. When I got the news, Iniesta also, man, what a player he was. I loved him. Um, and I don't, he's very hard to replicate. Iniesta, we haven't really. Pedri, I think, is the closest for Barca fans or even for midfielders. What we have, he kind of is Pedri and Iniesta. No, what? And he's kind of Iniesta and Xavi in one. He has like attributes of both. He's had a bad World Cup, and that leads me to my second point. Messi bathed Lamine Yamal 19 years ago when Lamine Yamal was a baby, and not because like I don't know, like, this kid was made to be a legend, a La Masia product. No, this guy was like just a random family, a poor family. They picked out UNICEF to be for their child to be bathed by Messi. That's destiny. That's like actually like God wrote that, man. That's just not normal. That's more than a coincidence, you know. That's more than one in a million, one in a billion. That makes no sense. Bathing a random child for that UNICEF told you, all right, this family one, you know, you gotta bathe this child, you know, you're a young kid. Honestly, Messi was also like only 20. He was not Messi. This was 2007. Messi was not Messi back then. He hadn't won a Ballon d'Or. He was a great player, but he wasn't like even probably the best like in terms of legacy and his team at that time. So it was very random, honestly. Even the pick of Messi to bathe him, and also just Lamine Yamal, the craziest part, just bathing Lamine Yamal. That's so bizarre. It could have been anyone else. Maybe he bathed even more than just one child. I don't know. Maybe we don't know. Maybe or if it's only one and it was Lamine Yamal, that's crazier. That's just bizarre. That's just like wow. Great script writing, man. Like great. Um, the game ahead of us is also just amazing. Now, as a Barca fan, I don't think we would be sad about anyone winning. Like if even though I hear some are saying, "Oh, Messi made me fall in love with Barca," so I'm gonna be supporting Messi. If Spain wins, I don't think you'll be like too upset. I think you'll feel bad for Messi, especially after the World Cup he's had at 39. Golden Ball worthy. He will be winning the Golden Ball for sure. Tonight, you will be sad for him, but I don't think you'll be super mad as a Barca fan. Um, that Spain won because this is like for both teams. I think this is the best opponent to lose to, if you were to lose, because if you lose to France, like lost to France, man. But Spain, as a Barca fan, like if you support Argentina and you lost to Spain, I think that's the best team to lose to. If you support Spain and you lose to Argentina, that's the best team to lose to. Obviously, Spanish Barcelona fans and Argentinian Barcelona fans will be supporting their country, but for foreign Barcelona fans like us, it's more tough. I probably will be clapping for every goal, but I am leaning 60-40% to Argentina because Messi has just been having such a good World Cup and it's his last dance. I know he already won it, but a second one can't hurt. I know it's not as impactful as the first one, and I think like our Barcelona players, Lamine, Pedri, Kubarsi has deserved it of all Barcelona players. Juan Garcia has not played a single minute, but you know, he still has a World Cup. He's still world champion. Gavi, Ferran, and Eric Garcia, who's not played a single minute for some reason. I don't know if I'm missing anyone, but I miss Fermin Lopez. I wish he could have made it this World Cup. I wish he didn't get injured. He definitely deserved that. Olmo, sorry, Olmo. That's disrespectful because Olmo has been so good this World Cup. Some of them just don't deserve it, really. In my opinion, they've not played to their standards. They've been below their standards, in my opinion. And Messi's just been so good, especially for his age, especially for the performance he's put up. 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 GA. Every single game he's produced a goal or assist. Even coming off the bench against Jordan, he scored a free kick. Could the goalkeeper do better on that? Yes, but people were saying like, oh, he let that in on purpose. You don't know the Jordanian goalkeeper, bro. I've watched Jordan. I've watched the Arab nations. That guy is just that guy is just like that. He just sucks. Like he always makes a mistake per game. Against Austria, he performed horribly. Against Algeria, mm, I'm not a big fan of what he was doing in that game, man. Um, so yeah, I think if this the Barcelona players played better, I probably would have been 50-50 if they performed to their standards. But no, um, if they perform to their actual level and actually perform well, if I see a good performance from him, I'll be happy for him, and I would root more. I would probably switch up a little bit more. Not switch up. I'm not going to be rooting more for Spain, but it'd get closer to 50-50. But for now, it will be me 60-40% rooting for Argentina for Messi. He would win his ninth Ballon d'Or, definitely. If you disagree, if you can disagree with whether he deserves it, he's clearly still the best player in the world, and that's what the Ballon d'Or is: the best player of that season, or the best player in the world that season. It's Messi. It is Messi, even if he doesn't win it, but he wouldn't win the World Cup. But he would, if he doesn't win the World Cup, he doesn't win the Ballon d'Or. But if he does win the World Cup, he wins the Ballon d'Or. If Yamal, if Spain wins the World Cup, Yamal wins the World Cup and the Ballon d'Or. You could argue Kane had a better season. Don't chat to me. Don't tell me about Mbappe, Olise, and Dembele, bro. God knows Dembele is not better than those guys I named. God knows, especially for the amount he plays. The dude plays 5 minutes per year, man, for PSG. Kane is the only one I could hear because he's had the second greatest goal scoring season of all time. And honestly, if it weren't for World Cup, if it weren't a World Cup season, it's his. It's just his. I'm sorry, it's that that Ballon d'Or is his. But World Cup just has that impact, and Kane is just not that PR guy. He doesn't have the PR. I wouldn't even say PR, but like he's not Messi or Ronaldo. It just kind of comes with them, you know. They drop a great performance in a World Cup year, but they don't win it, or don't even win the UCL that season. They're just that good. They won it still. In 2010 and 2014, both of them won a World Cup, and they had a like in the years they won, they had a bad World Cup for their standard. That's just the way it is. Score prediction 3-2 Argentina. My heart says Argentina, my brain says Spain. On paper, Spain should be beating Argentina, but football's not on paper. Football's not on paper. But I don't know. Like Spain is good at limiting chaos, but Argentina are so good at creating and thriving off chaos. It's a good matchup. It's a great game. This is a great final. I'm very excited. Um, if I had to predict who scores, I say brace from Messi, goal Yamal, goal from Oyarzabal, maybe. And then Lautaro Martinez goal or Alvarez goal. A brace from Messi. I'll say Alvarez, or a midfielder. I'll say Alvarez, Messi. A brace for Messi. A goal for Alvarez. Goal for Yamal, and goal for I think Oyarzabal. Yeah, I think those are the people who score, and that's the score. That's what's the score gonna be. I wouldn't be surprised if Spain won. I wouldn't be surprised if Argentina won. I know Spain are the favorites, uh, but both gonna win. This is very 50-50 in my opinion. This game, um, both could expose each other in my opinion. So yeah, great game ahead of us. Great final ahead of us. A win-win for Barca fans. I know we'll be a little bit sad for the team that lost because we also like them. But we were leaving here with something. It's a day to be happy. It's a day to celebrate, and it'll be majority happiness. If this is his final World Cup game, whether he wins or loses. Thank you. I know you're not seeing this. I know you don't speak English. Gracias, Messi. Gracias, Leo. Maybe he sees that part. Maybe he watches 30 minutes of this and suddenly he hears something he understands. Maybe he'll translate this with AI, this video. I don't know. Thank you for everything you've done for the sport. Thank you for what you've done for Argentina, for World Cups, the memories, for Barcelona, PSG, Inter Miami even, and Argentina. Thank you for the ride, the ups and downs. I enjoyed every game that you've ever played. Um, I almost wish there would be another you, personality wise and playing wise, ability wise, longevity wise. I know there probably wouldn't be, but you can only hope, you know. Maybe Ahmad becomes the next one. You can only hope. And that's it, man. We'll see you in the final.